Welcome to this transformative self-coaching program to help you integrate the pattern, feelings and beliefs of fear of what others think of you. This program is designed to help you feel better now, and more empowered to handle this issue in daily life. To best benefit from this program, full screen is recommended. Sit upright and still, and while you listen, follow the ball or pattern with your eyes. Alternatively, you may tap on one or more EFT tapping points. Are you ready? Please take full responsibility for your well-being. Section 1. We begin with the negative before reframing the issue. Even though I struggle with this pattern, I choose to still love and accept myself, and I am open to a more empowering state of being. Take a deep breath. I felt crushed when I overheard someone criticizing me behind my back. I always worried that my contributions weren't good enough in group settings. I remember feeling devastated when I was laughed at for my ideas in class. I constantly second-guessed my choices, fearing judgment from my peers. I felt isolated because I believed no one would accept the real me. Each time I received feedback, I took it as confirmation that I was inadequate. I dreaded social gatherings, convinced I'd say something embarrassing. I used to lay awake at night, replaying conversations and imagining criticisms. I felt like an outsider, always looking in and never truly belonging. My fear of disapproval led me to avoid taking risks or trying new things. I remember shrinking away from opportunities for fear of being ridiculed. I believed that every whisper and laugh in a room was directed at me. I felt unworthy of love and friendship, assuming others saw my flaws. My self-esteem plummeted every time I thought someone disapproved of me. I avoided eye contact, believing that others could see my insecurities. Section 2. Embrace this soothing, loving perspective to speak to your inner child. Maintain your attention on the screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. I understand that you learn to value others' opinions over your own worth, and I give you permission to trust your unique value. It's clear you were taught that fitting in was more important than being true to yourself, so I celebrate your authenticity now. I acknowledge that you felt ridiculed for expressing your ideas, and I embrace your creativity with compassion. You learned to fear judgment, but I encourage you to trust your decisions with confidence. I see that you believed acceptance was conditional, and I affirm that you are loved for who you are. You interpreted feedback as personal failure. I remind you that growth comes from learning, not perfection. It seems you were taught that social interactions were perilous. I assure you that your presence is valued. You believed that scrutiny was constant. I encourage you to release the weight of others' judgments. Feeling like an eternal outsider showed you learned isolation over connection. I invite you to open your heart to belonging. Avoiding risks was your way to dodge ridicule. I now celebrate your courage to embrace new challenges. Shrinking from opportunities was a learned response to fear. I champion your strength to seize possibilities. You were conditioned to feel targeted by others' actions. I affirm your independence from external opinions. Believing in your unworthiness for love was a painful lesson. I honor your inherent worth and embrace you with love. Your self-esteem was tied to approval. I support you in finding validation from within. Avoiding connection was a way to protect yourself. I encourage you to engage with the world with confidence. Section 3. Now, visualize positive change. Take a deep breath. I am choosing now to embrace my self-worth, regardless of others' opinions. I am open to the possibility of valuing my authenticity over conformity. I could consider seeing my ideas as innovative, even if they're different. It would be nice if I could trust in my decisions without fear of judgment. It is possible that I am lovable just as I am, without needing to change. I can start to view feedback as a stepping stone to improvement, not a setback. I am willing to explore the joy of social interactions without fear of embarrassment. I have the opportunity to live my life without the burden of others' judgments. I am capable of finding my place in the world, connecting with those who appreciate me. I embrace the idea of taking risks and learning from new experiences. I am ready to step into opportunities with confidence, not fear. I am beginning to see that not all attention is negative, and I can move beyond whispers. I am receptive to believing in my worthiness of love and friendship. I am shifting towards sourcing my self-esteem from my achievements and qualities. I am open-minded about building genuine connections, looking others in the eye with confidence. Section 4. Bridging the journey from challenge to transformation. Remember to maintain your focus on the screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. Although I felt crushed when overhearing criticisms, I give myself permission to trust my unique value, and I am choosing now to embrace my self-worth, regardless of others' opinions. Even though I always worried about my contributions, I celebrate my authenticity now, and I am open to the possibility of valuing my authenticity over conformity. Although I felt devastated by laughter at my ideas, I embrace my creativity with compassion, and I could consider seeing my ideas as innovative, even if they're different. Even though I constantly second-guessed my choices fearing judgment, I encourage myself to trust my decisions with confidence, and it would be nice if I could trust in my decisions without fear of judgment. Although I felt isolated believing no one would accept the real me, I affirm that I am loved for who I am, and it is possible that I am lovable just as I am, without needing to change. Even though each feedback felt like confirmation of my inadequacy, I remind myself that growth comes from learning, not perfection, and I can start to view feedback as a stepping stone to improvement, not a setback. Although I dreaded social gatherings convinced I'd embarrass myself, I assure myself that my presence is valued, and I am willing to explore the joy of social interactions without fear of embarrassment. Even though I used to replay conversations fearing criticism, I encourage myself to release the weight of others' judgments, and I have the opportunity to live my life without the burden of others' judgments. Although I felt like an outsider, always looking in, I invite myself to open my heart to belonging, and I am capable of finding my place in the world, connecting with those who appreciate me. Even though my fear of disapproval led me to avoid risks, I celebrate my courage to embrace new challenges, and I embrace the idea of taking risks and learning from new experiences. Although I shrank away from opportunities fearing ridicule, I champion my strength to seize possibilities, and I am ready to step into opportunities with confidence, not fear. Even though I believed every whisper was about me, I affirm my independence from external opinions, and I am beginning to see that not all attention is negative, and I can move beyond whispers. Although I felt unworthy of love, assuming others saw my flaws, I honor my inherent worth and embrace myself with love, and I am receptive to believing in my worthiness of love and friendship. Even though my self-esteem plummeted with perceived disapproval, I support finding validation from within, and I am shifting towards sourcing my self-esteem from my achievements and qualities. Although I avoided eye contact, believing in others seeing my insecurities, I encourage engaging with the world with confidence, and I am open-minded about building genuine connections, looking others in the eye with confidence. If you were tapping, you can stop as we go to section 5. Preemptive gratitude for transformation. I am grateful for my journey towards embracing my true self, free from the weight of others' opinions. I appreciate the strength and courage I've discovered within me to express my authenticity boldly. I am thankful for the resilience I've developed in facing and overcoming my fears of judgment. I cherish the newfound confidence that allows me to make decisions without seeking external validation. I am grateful for the unconditional love and acceptance I've learned to extend to myself. I am thankful for the opportunities for growth that feedback and constructive criticism have provided me. I appreciate the joy and connection I've found in embracing social interactions with openness and vulnerability. I am grateful for the liberation from the burden of others' judgments, living my life authentically and freely. I cherish the sense of belonging and community I've discovered by connecting with like-minded individuals. I am thankful for the empowerment that comes from taking risks and learning from every new experience. Section 6. Closing and next steps. Take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Congratulations on completing this transformative session. Take a note of how you feel in comparison to how you started. Be attentive to the reduction in the emotional weight of associated memories and changes in how you react to things that used to trigger you. Feel free to repeat this program to completely shift and reframe this pattern and beliefs. For more details, see the link in the bio or description below.